Okay, you heard me? Okay.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Niki Lopez of Niki Lopez Creative, and you're watching The Circle, where every Tuesday, 8:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm sharing stories of the creative community, uh, creatives, activists, social entrepreneurs, people doing great things in the world today. And today I have a special guest and friend, Michael Anthony Clark. Thanks for being here.
Hey, Nikki Lopez.
Yes, yes. And so we're off to a little bit of a start. We had some late start. We had a little bit of technical difficulties a little earlier on, but we're here, we're live. I see G's online saying, "Hey, thank you for being here." And so let's get started. We're going to jump in. So, Michael Anthony Clark is a makeup artist, a photographer, and a cosmetologist. And so yeah, Michael, which came first out of those?
Makeup.
Makeup.
Makeup
Okay.
came first.
What was
Yeah.
the start?
Huh?
What was your start to makeup? Like, what drew you in that direction?
I started makeup from playing in my mother's makeup. That was like back in the 70s, what that was like the Mary Kay days. So I'd play in makeup and the price as a kid playing in makeup is normally a little pat on the butt or more than that. But so that's how I got started.
Awesome, awesome. And so what so how long have were you doing makeup before you got into photography, or is that something that's always been
Well,
kind of?
well, professionally, I started doing makeup for fashion shows in 1988. I moved to Los Angeles by 1992, where I worked in entertainment, doing music videos, commercials, TV shows, worked for BET award shows. But it was like right around 2000 when I picked up a camera and I started shooting. And then my inspiration then was a photographer I worked with by the name of Michael Moore. So that's how I got started. Michael Moore taught me to pay attention to detail when shooting my pictures.
Awesome, awesome. So, and we have a couple people online. We have Jasmine Lewis and we have Auntie Nia Lynn here.
Yeah, that's
Thanks
my
for
aunt.
joining. Oh, nice. Thanks for joining us. So, I know you've done like some celebrity like makeup and photography. What are some of the names of? Because I know you were mentioning some. What are some of the people that you've worked with over the years?
Over the years, I've had the opportunity to work with Patti LaBelle, Brandy, Brownstone, Tata Vega. I had the chance to powder Whitney's nose once. 3 6 Mafia, Trina, Trick Daddy, um, Ludacris. Wow, so many. I mean, during that time, then the '90s to 2003, when I started, when hip hop was really, kind of really big and everything. So, yeah,
Awesome.
pretty amazing journey.
And do you have any like other photographers or makeup artists that you may either look up to or get inspired by?
Well, growing up in the '70s, we had Way Bandy, which inspired me. Then we had Kevin Aquan. But as you know, growing up, for as black culture, we only had Ebony, we had Essence, we had Jet Magazine to look at, But I spent a lot of time looking at Vogue or Cosmopolitan, and as you know, there weren't many African American models that graced the covers then, other than Naomi Campbell, and the models that came before her were Naomi Sims and Beverly Johnson. Um, far as photographers, I like the works of James Van Der Zee, which is African American, and Gordon Parks.
I remember many years ago when I told you like I'm into poetry and photography, you hit me to Gordon Parks.
Yeah, Gordon Parks is really amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's no longer with us, but yeah, but a nice body of work to look at to keep us inspired.
Awesome. And I know over the years you've done a lot of different things with your looks. Like you have glamour looks, you have, makeup, different types of styles. do you like how do you approach like exploring a face, or what are you going to do with a face?
Well, it's all organic. It just starts from there. A little powder and paint, can make anything what it ain't. So I look at a lot of magazines. I always go back to James Van Der Zee. I have a book which is so far over there, but it's a book on Black African American photographers that I look at for photography. Makeup, I normally just kind of start out clean and build from there, because whatever you put on, you could just take off and start again.
Hmm.
Um, so it just you just have to explore different things. I don't know if the things that I do are really kind of written in stone or if there's a guidebook. I just let it happen, and I just pay attention to the details that I create.
Hmm. Hmm. And we
Yeah.
have a question from G. She said, I'm wondering, what was it like for you as a little boy enjoying makeup?
As a little boy playing in makeup,
Yeah.
well, I had the discussion with my mom today, and to be honest, that normally came with a punishment or an ass whipping.
Mm.
But I remember one time coming home from school and I had some compacts under my bed and or pillow something, and my mom had found them, and it was this big old hoopty doo. But she's proud of me. She's proud of the journey that I've been through to get here. Who knew a kid playing in makeup that you'd be hanging out with celebrities or doing this
Hmm.
or doing that. There's nothing. There's no guideline. You just kind of fall into place.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I do, let's see, because I have I know we were trying to get some of your images, but I have some of your Instagram images. Can we throw that up there and look at it real
Yeah,
quick?
let's throw some. Yeah, throw what you have. Let's see. Whatever you find.
So we have here. I really love this. This is really stunning.
That's new. Samuel Frey.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then of course there's a picture of you.
Yes, yes.
Um, the most of this stuff right here is new. We have that came and inspired just by having a conversation about the Yabra priestess Oshun.
Mm,
So that's why we went with the yellow eyeshadow and everything. Um, yeah,
and I see you have Rita, a jazz.
have Rita, jazz singer. Yes, Rita
Yes,
Wilburn.
yes.
That was a kind of a Billie Holiday kind of inspired kind of a moment there with Rita. Yeah.
Beautiful. So, do you have a favorite type of look? Like, because I know you can explore with makeup, but you could also do like glamorous makeup, and I've seen you do different like fantasy looks and different things. Do you have a favorite style that you like, or?
Um, no, I don't have a favorite style.
Mhm.
I pretty much I always start off with makeup with a clean face, kind of, something really fresh, and then build from there. Um, as you can see, as you're scrolling through the page there, this picture with there of Rita with her hands on her face in there. That's a natural. We started out natural, and then we went from there until the red with the finger wave wig and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um,
Beautiful work.
Yeah, since I work, with people, the idea with photography is when I'm shooting, I shoot people that want to be in the business now. So I make sure to start off with a clean thing. Um, I love the eyes. I like the detail in the eyes
Mhm.
and a nice
Mhm.
catch light in the eyes. Wow.
Beautiful work.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I if you see there that little kind of colorful thing there on the left, yeah, that's actually just a light fixture
Mhm. Mhm.
that you do a kind of a bulb exposure on, and you just kind of drag your shutter and let that happen.
Awesome, awesome. Oh yeah, and you've shot me many times over the
Yeah, Niki Lopez right there.
years.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and that was a fun shoot.
You know, it's amazing. You asked me earlier to pull some image together, and I got the chance to kind of, take a walk through some old images. Wow, that's just like a pre-Halloween kind of a, let's see what we can come up with kind of a thing.
Awesome. And I know, like, just from knowing you personally, like, you don't play with Halloween. Is it because you like the holiday? You like dressing up? Is it the makeup, or is it all of the above?
It's all of the above, and I don't know if poor is good reason to say you love Halloween, but I'd come home when I was a kid and make my own costumes and just figure it out.
Hmm.
Um, the reason I do like costuming and everything because I am from New Orleans, and in New Orleans, you'd always see mimes, you'll see tap dancers, you'd see streetwalkers. You just name it, you saw something creative. So it's just something that was just in me to create something from nothing.
Mm,
So yeah.
yeah, beautiful, beautiful. And we have a couple of comments. So, OG said, "Good to hear that your mom is proud today and great work."
Well, thank you.
Absolutely. Nas. Yeah, I think these are all beautiful
Yes,
work.
I like pretty skin. I like pretty pictures. I love photographing and making people who are not used to being into the camera in front of
Mm,
the camera because once you put that makeup on them and they look in the mirror and they see themselves in a different light,
hmm.
which is always encouraging. Yeah.
That's awesome.
You know, well, this is really cool to kind of really see myself as an artist.
Yeah.
You know, wow.
And so we're
This,
scrolling through um, Michael's Instagram. So if you're trying to connect with him on Instagram, I'm going to throw it on the ticker. It's Instagram.com/Mac photo image. Oh, I guess these are some more of the Halloween looks.
there's my little Halloween magic there, and another play with lights and everything.
These are awesome.
Wow, that is who that is.
Asanya.
Lasagna, yeah.
Hmm.
This is one of my favorite photos, the one with the fire. Um, and the reason being because it's real fire. The model is Phoenix LeGrand, and when we met, I started photographing Phoenix, and one day I said, "Hey, you mind if I set you on fire?" Phoenix was like, "Sure, why not?" So we stood there with some, a nice little alcohol solution and a
Wow.
bowl in front of him. We set it on fire until we could capture it. I mean, I, I'm sure for him it hurt a little bit, but for me, I was excited. It was amazing. There's Countess Vaughn, who was one of my clients back in the day.
Hmm.
Yeah, the 227 and Moesha and some other shows.
Awesome. Awesome.
Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful work.
Thank you.
So I'm just gonna switch that off for right now. Getting back to you. So yeah, so if you're looking for more of the work, we do have a few people online. I see there's a couple people on Insta right now. We're on live at Niki Lopez Creative, Outclick Magazine, as well as YouTube. Oh, we have your auntie saying, "Oh my."
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's my favorite aunt. That's my aunt. You
uh,
met my aunt.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, where do you see yourself going, like with either the makeup or the photography? Are you exploring any new type of work today, or do you plan to explore some more work, different types of work in the future? Like,
Well, currently, I've been doing lots of studying on photography once again. I've been studying some one light master classes and master class in Photoshop.
mhm,
Um, I kind of see still keeping everything combined and doing more aspiring models and actors, and just helping people get themselves into the business through having a good image.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, you know me, I'm always looking at something or doing something. So,
Yeah, the thing is, you get inspired. Like you'll take these images, and sometimes you'll just stay on that image and do like, you'll come back a few hours later and you're still working with that image, or just something that you see, and you just keep going. Um, do you, because I know it seems like you like to, well, I guess you could tell me if I'm making a fair assessment, because you do the makeup, you also do the photography, but you also like the digital art, or like the, working inside of the computer with the work, with the works as well.
um, well, yeah, I do the makeup because that's how I self-taught and trained. I do the photography. I light my set. Um, I learned to light my own set because a photographer by the name of Michael Gunn taught me that. He says, being a makeup artist and being able to do hair is the best thing to come in and be able to just do all the parts and make it all come together in the event that someone can't show up for their job that day. So that's how I learned to be pretty much a one-man show when it comes to creating images. I
Mm-hmm.
do all my own retouching. I do all my own makeup, and you know, I'm the gopher. It's kind of funny because my dad taught me to be a gopher. And a gopher is you run around and you do stuff. So when I'm shooting, you'll see me running around in circles and
Mm-hmm.
figuring out what I'm doing, looking down at the camera, and you just have that moment when you look through the camera. You have that moment where you just want to, click the shutter and bam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So, do you have any other creative outlets outside of that type of art, or do you kind of stick in there um, with the photography? Like, do you explore other art genres?
But maybe a little music here and there.
Oh, let me find out. Let me find out.
um, Cooking's an art. I like to cook.
Mm-hmm.
But pretty much makeup and photography is the only thing that my mind is completely clear, and all I have at that moment is to focus on what I'm doing. Like there's nothing else just moving around in my head other than that moment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we have John from Wilton Live said we love
Hey,
Michael.
John.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah.
Who is someone that you haven't shot? Like, who would be? Because I know you do, from regular people to celebrities. Do you have any? Oh, and your aunt said Michael has a great voice. Yeah. Oh, we want to hear. Yeah.
Who would I like to photograph that I haven't? Or wow, who would I like to photograph? I would say Obama and Oprah Winfrey.
Mm,
Hmm. Yeah.
nice. What type of shoot would you do with them?
Wow. Since I like the eyes and I like catching the magic in the eyes and the sincerity in the eyes, I would like to do, portraits. Um, you know, um, just capturing that mystery in the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some fashion. Yeah, I've been at this a long time, so it's just it's you just don't never know what can happen or where things will go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you feel? Do you have a favorite shoot or a favorite look that you've done?
Do I have a favorite look that I've done? Um, no, I really don't have a favorite look that I've done. I don't.
Okay, so you're just
No, I,
open.
I'm open. I like it just to organically kind of happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, I
Oh,
remember that one time we did play around and dress you up as a character. That was fun.
yes, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, with
Yeah,
the blinks.
the Blinks Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. But wow, I don't know. I have such an extensive collection that I finally see tonight through all my photographs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so maybe I should probably just kind of start revisiting some old stuff and setting some of the art stuff aside, so you kind of really get an idea of the things that I'm able to create. You know?
Yeah.
And modern day, like now people say that, oh, that's Photoshop. Well, once you took your pictures and you took them to the lab, and some other guy ran through some solutions and they figured out what they were going to do and process it, and you might give them some little ideas. But Photoshop now gives the photographer, the artist, the full capability to process their images the way they want, whether they're realistic or surreal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I enjoy about being in this business, the possibilities that you're able to create with art.
Mm-hmm. And we have a question from YouTube from Don. Do you prefer working more with female models with all of the hair and makeup involved, or male models, which is less involved?
Male models are more natural. The male models got to get in front of the camera, and you can capture them. Women, unless you've been practicing for years, like Tyra Banks or Naomi Campbell, you need to coach. And then women don't always see themselves in the makeup that you apply. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's always a dance. Doing photography, it's simply that, it's a conversation and a dance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're there to help engage each other, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I have heard some photographers say that I'm not here to gauge you. I'm just here to click the camera. Well, I'm here to, engage and dance. We have to laugh and have fun. So yeah, I'm easy to get along with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I see Wilton Manor there's sharing a few of your some links to some of your works, but I think we have to. I don't think it's clickable from where I'm at, so I'd have to click
Uh-huh.
on it later on. It's in the comments.
Wow.
So, and I know you do cosmetology. Like, how does that play into like your work, or do you do that at a different time, or?
Well, I went back to school about 6 years ago, when I kind of was retiring, semi-retiring from doing production. I think my last gig in production was probably a couple of McDonald's commercials with Venus and Serena Williams and some Nike stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
as things kind of slowed down, I went back to school. So now I work in a barbershop cutting hair.
Mm.
So I cut men and women's hair. You know, I kind of, as getting older, I decided to stay in the same field. No, so yeah.
Awesome, awesome.
Hmm. So
So, do you have any? Do you have any? How do you? Has your work been impacted because of the pandemic that we have, or do you still shoot but differently? Or
My work has been impacted, yeah, by the pandemic, because people are apprehensive about getting together. How do you stay safe? Um, the COVID, I'm not able to do makeup. The clients have to come made up already, and then I have to shoot pretty much on location. So I've recently invested into some location lighting and everything. So I'm
Mm.
ready to do what pre-post pandemic, non-pandemic photography.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. And
Hmm.
how do people, what's the best way to reach you? Because I know you gave us your Instagram, you're also on Facebook. If someone's trying to uh, connect with you for either of those services.
You have to do it the old school way. You have to give me a call or text message me. I'm not really wanting to emails, unless I know I'm gonna get something.
Uh-huh.
But pretty much through Facebook, by saying hello, giving me a call. You want me to shout out my phone number? I should have wrote it on the board back there.
Well, yeah, that's up
I
to you.
know this has been fun because I'm just normally kind of natural, kind of quirky, as some people say that I am. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
But you
you?
can reach me at
Mhm.
754-245-7579.
So I guess yeah, you guys will have to definitely rewind and get the
Probably
number
gonna
to
have to
catch
rewind.
you.
That was a little fast, huh? Or Instagram me. I do check my messages on my Instagram, which is Mac Photo Image.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
And I don't know Wilton Manors. I don't know where that's showing up. I was trying to click on the comment, but I can't. Well, we'll look at it. So we have, if you're on Facebook, Wilton Manors has dropped in some links of some of Michael's work in the
Oh,
comments.
really? Cool. Thank you. Who's
Yes,
that? Wilton Live?
yes.
Oh, thank you, John.
Yes, yes, yes. And you do a lot of you do work because every now and then I'll see you pop up at an event or different places in South Florida. So you do your do you specialize in other photography besides just portraits, or is that like sometimes you work with different organizations?
I have worked with some different organizations because I've been asked to. I'm not one of those guys, paparazzi as they call them, that go out and just point my camera at people who don't want their picture taken. Because
Yeah.
me, point the camera at me, I'm gonna be like, ooh, no, So I'm like, um, I'm getting more encouraged to do event photography.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And so, okay, so outside of makeup and photography, what's something that people may not know you're into that you're comfortable with sharing?
Wow. Well, I am a Nichiren Buddhist. I
Hmm?
practice Namyo Renge Kyo. Some people kind of laugh at that, but I practice Buddhism.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Nichiren Buddhism, and I have been practicing now steadily since I was in my mid 20s.
Wow.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I didn't
Um,
realize that. That's awesome.
yeah, which is it's Buddhism for me is a practice of happiness. Staying
Hmm.
grounded in myself, and also praying for my friends and my family. And for the world.
Hmm.
So yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, your auntie saying woohoo.
Yeah, and and since we're on that, and I'm just saying Buddhism, I just want to also say that we already know that Black Lives Matter, trans lives matter, we all matter.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Can't say that enough. Yeah.
Can't say that enough.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's next for you? Do you have anything on the horizon that you're working towards?
Um, I'm moving into a new salon where I'm going to be working, so that's new and
Mhm.
fun on the horizon. I have a Ukrainian model that I'm photographing on Thursday. So that's new. Things kind of always come here and there. You never know. You
Hmm.
know the you know what I like about being me and doing what I do is I just like making myself available. You
Hmm.
know, I know, earlier when you contacted me and you said, hey, you want to be a guest? And then, it's like, oh, yeah, sure, why not? That's how I've gotten to where I'm at by just saying, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I can do that. Sure, I'll figure it out. Yeah. So, yeah. Yep.
Absolutely. I'm glad you agreed
Yeah.
to it. Absolutely.
hmm
Could you, if someone is trying to start out in either photography or makeup, what's a piece of advice that you could give someone that's starting out? Um,
My best advice is starting out as a makeup artist is to stay true to yourself. Don't follow the trends.
mm,
Following the trend ain't gonna get you nowhere as a makeup artist. You're just copying looks that other people have done,
mm,
um, which is not a bad thing. But you need to really just kind of step out on your own and create your style.
mm-hmm,
Uh, Photography wise, read, study anything that you're doing.
mm-hmm,
Um, Use your art books, use your history books. Go back and see what Rembrandt was doing.
mm-hmm,
Michelangelo, or just just be open to the history that has been left for us to follow, but still create your own magic.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And it's interesting because that's what someone told me years ago, like, because you're saying, oh, photography, look at what some of the other masters are doing, like Michelangelo and painters. And that's what someone had told me years ago, like, don't get stuck in whatever genre. Like, when you could appreciate other genres, it only helps. Like, if a photographer, you can still appreciate painting, and appreciating and looking at those things can still impact your photography work, even though it's not photography.
Yeah, everything, all kind of art, all kind of painting, just everything. I mean, the best thing about art is that you can create whatever you want to create.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's you know they say beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Well, I'm beholding it. That's how I see it.
Absolutely.
I mean, you just can take anything and just create something.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I look at your art, and anytime I'm there at your studio, I'm blown away that because you have the vision to create what you want, and
Thank
I
you.
can look at your art and see how you did the colors, doing this and that. Now, I can't come home and paint a Niki Lopez photo, not a photo, portrait or
Mhm.
art piece, but I'm inspired by, the color schemes
Mhm.
and everything. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yep.
If you had access to a time machine, where would you go, past or the future, and why?
I wouldn't go to the past because there's really nothing in the past.
Mm.
I'd like to be now, here, or in the future.
Mm. Okay.
hmm Yeah, I can't do nothing with the past. It's already been done. I
Yeah.
can't go back. I really can't go back and change it. They say if you have a time machine, you can, but I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope
Mhm.
it'll be interesting to see if at some point they're like, yeah, we had that all along, or we're building that. Like, yeah.
So now, so where would you go? What would you do if you had a time machine?
Um, I think definitely my past, only because of some of the things that I've gone through. Some of my past is like I have no recollection of it. There's like literally certain chunks of time that is just like doesn't exist, and some things I can't erase out of my mind, and some things I'm just like, I know this happened, but I don't have a memory of it. So I think
Right.
there's some memories that I'd want to revisit or get reacquainted with. um but I think the future, to see how this all turns out, like you're saying, Black Lives Matter, like that's literally the largest, I think it's the largest civil rights movement in the history. you know um I love to go to the future and see that at some point we don't have to march anymore. At some point we're just like, hey, I'm working, I'm doing my thing, you're doing your thing. I'd like to see that at some point some of the things that uh, humanity has been fighting for and struggling with and resisting has made some positive movement. So, you know, um,
Well, in that aspect, we all have to continue to work on our human revolution.
mhm,
Mhm.
absolutely.
We all have to be more loving and more kind to each other.
Hmm.
Um, will we always have to march for something? Yeah, we'll always have to march
Probably.
for something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we need some new things to march about. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like we're marching for the same thing. Uh, MLK, Fannie Lou, like so many people have been marching for. So yeah, hopefully we can get some
Mhm.
new things. you know,
Yeah. Yeah. The march is not over.
yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so Michael, it was such a great pleasure to have you on tonight. Um,
Well, thank you.
yes, absolutely. Always love catching up with you, seeing your work, sharing your work. Um, I know a lot of people love you, love your work, and so it's good to be able to give that space for that. We do have some people that's watching live with us. Thank you all for being here. Um,
Thank you.
yes, yes, yes. We started off a little bit late, but hopefully, everybody was able to jump in. I do see some people who are here. Um, that comes on. So I really appreciate you all. And so I'm asking, if you enjoyed this episode, please like it, share it, tag it. Someone wants to be inspired. And you could, oh,
Oh,
Rita. She said, I
hey,
love,
Rita Gilbert.
I love you.
Hey, Rita.
We were just looking at some of your images online that Michael shot of you and did your makeup and stuff. They're really, really beautiful. So yeah, we're wrapping up tonight's session. Again, thank you all who's watching this live with us. We are live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook in two places. Your auntie said, wonderful show. Yes, thanks for being here.
Hey, Alan.
For those who's going to watch this on the replay, thank you so much for watching it. Please like it, share it, tag people. Someone wants to be inspired. And I will see you all next week, Tuesday. Sayonara.
Thank you, Niki Lopez.
Welcome. Thanks, Michael. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.